Hi, Steve Gerzeni again from Coach House. Today we got something really special to show you. It's going to be our new Platinum 4. But what I wanted to start with was the chassis. The chassis that we build these things on is premium, awesome, probably the best chassis you can get. It's a Ford E450 chassis, and this sucker's got a 7.3 liter V8 gas engine in it. It pushes 350 horsepower, 468 pounds of foot torque. This is a monster. And we build on two different wheelbases. The Platinum 4, and we're going to show you in a minute, is built on a 176-inch wheelbase. Coach House does things a little bit different. We do not stretch the chassis. We order a 158-inch wheelbase by Ford Motor Company and a 176-inch wheelbase by Ford Motor Company when we build our motorhomes. But a lot of people don't know how these things start. So we wanted to show you, this is called a cab chassis. And what you basically have is the front area of a van that's going to protect you. It has dual airbag. This vehicle has post-crash alert warning. It has an SOS warning, so if you're involved in a collision, this vehicle is going to automatically send out a broadcast that says you have been involved in a collision. Your flashers go on, your lights go on to notify other drivers in the area. Really advanced. These vehicles are really getting advanced. As far as equipment on these chassis, we order everything that's possible on these chassis. They come again with the big motor, 6-speed transmission, power windows, power door locks, cruise control, adaptive cruise control, tire pressure monitoring systems, airbags, all of the safety that you could want on a vehicle of this size. Now we're looking back to front again of the chassis, and I wanted to point out all of the E450 Ford chassis have dual rear wheels. And what's nice about the Ford frame, it's an E450, 14,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating, 22,000 pound combined weight rating. But these tires sit at 8 feet, the same width as our body. So the stability on these is very, very good. Twin I-beam suspension in the front, rear springs and coils in the back, and this is a solid steel frame throughout the entire coach, which is unique. Very, very nice coach. 55 gallons of fuel, which now we can pull our generators off of the main fuel tank. So you have about 50 gallons or so that you can burn into your generator without running you dry. There's a drop tube assembly for a generator pickup, but it leaves you about an 1/8 to 1/4 of a tank of gas when you're done. So say you forget and you leave your generator on, you're not going to be stranded anywhere. So really a remarkable chassis to build a motorhome on. Hi, Steve Gerzeni again, and what we're going to do today is we're going to show you our brand new Platinum 4. This motorhome took about 1.5 years to build, and we have a tremendous amount of money invested in it. It is by far the largest one-piece fiberglass bodied motorhome we've built. If you look at it, it is beautiful. There is not anything in this vehicle that is an imperfection. It's done on an Axis router, and it's precision. It's done on a computer, like a CAD design program. So they build they call it the buck first, which is the shape. Then we build the mold, and once we complete the mold, now we're able to build bodies. Again, it's Coach House's claim to fame, all hand-laid, one-piece fiberglass bodied motorhome, but this is our new Platinum 4. And we've done a lot to improve this product over its predecessor. So what I'm going to do is take you through a product tour of it and try to get as many of your questions answered as possible on this product. We talked a little bit about outside when we were showing the chassis on the different wheelbase lengths. Again, this is a 176-inch factory wheelbase length. We do not extend the chassis length. We buy them from Ford that way. I often caution people, when you buy a motorhome in the industry, generally speaking, they're all 158-inch wheelbase chassis that are modified to whatever length. Now, when you modify a chassis, you're actually cutting through the steel I-beams that I showed you, And you also cut through the brake lines and the fuel lines. We do not do it. We order it for Ford the way you see it, which I think is a very, very important safety aspect, a very, very important warranty aspect, and I don't know that there's a better way to do it. You've got to order these chassis the way they're built without modification. The only things we really add are these really nice side wind mirrors. These mirrors actually hang out beyond the 8-foot wide body, so that you actually have good visibility driving down the road. There's an elliptical mirror at the bottom that gives you a widening span when you're looking out the right or left window. So there really are nice mirrors. They're lighted, they're heated. This particular coach was ordered with Alcoa rims. So the Alcoa rims are really, really nice. They're the Durabrite rims. They're aluminum, and we put 4 of them on. All the outsides that you can see are all Alcoa rims. Fiberglass running board for easy entrance. So you have a really nice step here to get in and out of the vehicle, which is nice. Moving down, one of the nice features that we have now for 2024 and 5 are these new side entry doors. These side entry doors are solid. Listen to this thing, Sam. I mean, it's solid. You're not going to find anything more solid than this side entry door. They do a very, very good job. They also have a screen door to them. So if you want to obviously leave your door open, close your screen door. When you're camping, it really is a nice feature to offer. Power step. If you notice, there's 2 steps here, plus the third to get into the coach, and they're all evenly spaced so that you have very easy entrance and exiting from the vehicle, which is nice. Moving down, we have a 30,000 BTU Suburban furnace, runs on propane, and below that is our propane fill. Moving back, we use compression locks to lock our side compartment doors, and we've gotten into a lot of magnetic catches now where the door stays up automatically. Very easy to use, very easy to operate. The doors are all hand-laid fiberglass again. Our compartments are all fiberglass. Now what's nice about Coach House, again with those 2 solid frames running, they call it north and south on the chassis, we've actually located that tank on the inside of the frame rail. Plus it's protected by the aluminum frame that we build, all that I've shown in previous videos in the plant. So your propane system is very, very well protected. But this is the remote fill to fill the 68-pound propane tank located on the inside of the frame rails, which is really nice. Now just beyond that, we've got our batteries and a really nice storage compartment, nice solid door. All of our doors are hand-laid fiberglass. All of our compartments are fiberglass. They're not any type of ABS plastic or aluminum. Really, really a nice feature with Coach House. Now here, what we're doing for batteries is we're using 200 amp hour Battleborns. They're lithium ion batteries, and what's nice about the lithium ions is you can charge them about 10,000 cycles. So we've got a really good setup on the way that we charge these batteries, discharge these batteries, and manage these batteries. Really a nice feature. Jalousie windows. The jalousie windows, again, they're frameless, so you don't have any frames. And what's nice about a jalousie window is you don't have to worry as much about people breaking into your vehicle or weather. When you open the pane, you have cross ventilation on both sides, jalousied, instead of what they used to call a T-slider window, where you would slide the window open, and now you're susceptible to any weather conditions. If you're not at your vehicle, you're gonna have to rush back, make sure everything's closed, and a lot easier for people to break into it. So the jalousie windows are really, really nice. Continuing on, again, dual rear wheels. We talked about that on the chassis. And again, these come out to 8 feet. So they are in line with the body, which we really, really like. Very stable, very good ride, 14,500 gross vehicle weight rated chassis, 22,000 pound combined weight rating. So really, really a great chassis for an RV. Continuing on, some of the new features we've been able to offer on the Platinum 4. Look at the size of that compartment, Sam. It's beautiful. I mean, you could fit golf clubs in there. You could put just about anything you'd ever want to put in this vehicle with all of the storage, and we're going to continue to show around the vehicle. Sam, again, we're going to work ourselves all the way around this vehicle to show everybody as many features as we can. Again, 7.3 liter V8 gas motor, 350 horsepower, 468 foot-pounds of torque, fuel economy 10 to 14 miles a gallon. It's a bigger motorhome, but it's a monster motor is what they call it. So it really is a good drivetrain. It's a good motor. It's well serviced. So we like to emphasize that as well. There's probably 3,000 to 4,000 servicing Ford dealers in the country. So the service side of this is awesome. Being gas powered, again, we're able to pick up the fuel from the main 55-gallon fuel tank into the diesel. Now what's nice about Ford as well is the 55-gallon fuel tank, we're able to supply gasoline to the gasoline generator. So 55 gallons, there's a drop tube assembly I mentioned in the sending unit, and when it only drops down about 3/4 of the way into the tank, it's put in by Ford. We don't modify it, we just tap into it. And so you're never going to run your vehicle out of gasoline. So let's say you're at a park somewhere and you have your generator running and you forget about it and you got to rush home. No, you don't have to rush home. You'll always have enough fuel left to get you where you need to go. But this is a beautiful setup with Ford Motor Company. Service is great. People know the product. It's really not that. It's a wonderful vehicle to have. Now, with the hood down, hear how solid that was. With the hood down, we still kept everything fairly aerodynamic. We increased the size of the front cab a little bit so that we can create more interior space in the cockpit area. So that's the reason this is built the way it is. And we are also able to put what they call a return flange on, so we don't have the molding around the side of the vehicle. So reverse flange allowed us to mount the body from the inside and not the outside around the cab area. So again, very clean, very distinct, able to put style lines, body lines on these types of products where you're not just dealing with a flat hunk of fiberglass that you're bending and contouring that really doesn't want to bend or contour. So really, again, a nice feature. Something I failed to mention was we have all of our breakers, our important breakers, within 18 inches of the batteries, which is very, very nice. We also put a slave drive right here so that when you are parked for any length of time, disconnecting your batteries is as simple as flipping this little lever up. And every one of our vehicles now, because of the computerization of these chassis and because of the battery drain, the parasitic draw they call it, we're adding this feature to all of our motorhomes, whether it's under the hood or whether it's in the cab. Either way, you're able to disconnect your main engine batteries to protect them. I wanted to point out the halogen headlights too for 2025. Really bright, really powerful, good visibility, nice bright light. So it's a really nice feature with Ford. Again, we got our big mirrors on the side. These are heated mirrors, power mirrors, big running board. I like to point out every time you open the door, you're going to have a nice bright light so you can see yourself getting in on both passenger and driver's side. Slide outs. A lot of our Platinum 4s, in fact, all of our Platinum 4s have 1 or 2 slide outs. I like to point out our slide outs because we are one of the few manufacturers that use HWH hydraulics. This is a hydraulic ram. It's a hydraulic ram. It's not an electric ram. It's not a scissor ram. It's not a cheap slide out system. It's very, very expensive. And we like this because we refer to a lot of our hydraulics like you would refer to a backhoe of a tractor, where the tractor is going to dig and dig and dig and dig for years. That is hydraulics. The industry has really, really cheapened up the way they move their slide rooms. And I'm not going to mention names, there's rails on the sides you'll see. Open the slide outs and look at them. Those are usually plastic worm gears driving the slide outs in and out. And when they fail, the whole vehicle has to come apart, the slide room, in order to fix it. If this should fail, we have relief valves that you push on the pump. And by pushing the relief valves, you can come out here and shove your slide out in and get into a service center. Very easy to do. So I like to emphasize this. Fit and finish again. Look at how beautiful this body was created. I mean, everything, the fit and finish is absolutely marvelous in this coach. And we're going to continue working our way back, Sam, so I can show you some more of the storage that's in the vehicle. Now, not only are our slide rooms hydraulic, but we put slide toppers on everything that we slide. All of our slide outs have these toppers on them. What's nice about the toppers is it keeps the debris off the top of the slide out. If it's raining out, it helps divert the majority of the rain so that when you slide your slide out back in, you're not bringing all that debris and water in with you. So a lot of manufacturers don't mention them, but it's an awesome thing to have on your slide out rooms because it just helps eliminate a lot of mess inside your vehicle. Now we're going to continue down and show you some more of the exterior of what we've done on the driver's side. Now, Sam, a really nice feature on these Platinum 4s, I've undone that compression lock already, but look at the storage. Magnetic door catches. Let me run to the next one here, and I'll continue on down. Look at how much storage we've created in our new Platinum 4. Again, golf bags, chairs, anything you want to store in here. It's got plenty of outside storage. Still continuing on the driver's side, we have a fresh water fill. We have a 55-gallon fuel tank, again, that I mentioned before. It's under lock and key. We have a 110-volt receptacle outside. We have an outside shower, again, on the driver's side of the coach. And again, these nice locks that we have found are really, really easy to work. You know, they just lock into place. This is our central utility compartment. And I've talked about this for a long time. We are a 4-season coach, so all of our freshwater systems are put inside the vehicle. The freshwater lines are insulated inside the vehicle. The freshwater tank is inside the vehicle, and the freshwater pumps inside the vehicle. We have valves on the top of the floor that I've shown in other videos where you just turn 2 valves and now that water continuously runs inside the vehicle, and you can use this vehicle in most weather conditions. We consider ourselves a 4-season coach. But all of your stuff on our utility compartment's pretty nice. We got a little light here, courtesy light, so at nighttime if you need to see. We have one central discharge, which is nice. Our handles are color coordinated, so you have a black water tank and a gray water tank. All discharge out the same. So what normally happens, you pull into a campground, you're leaving the campground, you have your sewer hose hooked up, you pull your black water tank first, wait a second, and then pull your gray water tank. Now just above that on this particular model is we have our black water tank flush. Now I like to talk about this because it's important. Our black water tank flush, we actually put it through an anti-siphon valve above the floodplain of the vehicle. What does that mean? You can take your city water hose that you're drinking water from, connect it into this black water flush because there's no way for it to backfeed. So a lot of people don't realize that, I guess, that in order to put these in properly, you've got to put a big anti-siphon valve in there to prevent backflow from coming in and contaminating your freshwater hose. This rinses your black water tank. Do not leave it on. Do not leave it when you turn it on. What I normally will do is I'll connect it here, I turn it on, and I sit here. Leave the valve closed, pull the valve open. Push it closed again while the water's running. There's not going to shut off. So I've had, unfortunately, people have thought this was a city water connection and hooked it up and they don't turn it off. Well, it'll fill the black water tank and it's coming out somewhere. So usually it comes out through the vents in the ceiling. So caution when I talk about this, but it's nice to have a black water flush on your black water system. You can keep the debris clean, keep all of the contaminants clean. It's just a very nice way to do it, but most importantly what's nice is you can keep your fresh water, you only carry one hose. City water connection to your black water flush without contamination. This is a way, this valve right here is a way when you're hooked up to city water, you can turn your valve and it will fill your freshwater tank. So you don't have to fill it on the gravity fed fill, you can fill it with just a turn of this lever. And then we have cable TV connection. If you pull into a campground, it has cable TV, you run a little cable. So very easy to hook up. Now just behind our utility compartment is our smart plug. And these are anti-arcing plugs. They came out of the marine industry. So when you disconnect the coach, it's as easy as that, it's easy as that. There's no more arcing, which is a really nice feature. But what's nice is you can close your doors now on our Platinum 4s and still have your plug exposed, which is nice. Above that, Truma hot water heaters. So we're using the on-demand propane hot water heaters in all of our products now, which is really a nice feature. Now we'll continue around the back side, Sam, and I'll show you what we've done on the back. Now, Sam, we're going to work our way around the back side of the coach, and what I wanted to point out too is right next to our smart plug is we have a sewer hose carrier. This is the bumper carrier, so it's really nice. It's put away, you don't have to worry about it, and it will go the length of this bumper, which is really a nice feature to have a longer or greater length sewer hose. All of our coaches have a 10,000 pound rated hitch, and again, this coach has a 22,000 pound combined weight rating. The way the coach sits, we're probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 12.5, 12.9. So that gives you 10,000 pounds of towing capability. Now, how do you calculate it? You weigh the vehicle with all your stuff in it and subtract that weight from 22,000 pounds. That will tell you what you can tow. But that's what's nice about the Fords is how heavy duty they are. They've got the torque, they've got the horsepower, they've got the big engines, they're able to tow, they're able to climb mountains, they're not marginal, they're heavy duty, and it really is a nice feature. All of our lights are LED on this product, so all of our marker lights are LED. We have an escape hatch window out the back of this model, some of them are on the side, but on this model we have an escape hatch. We have to provide two, so you have the side entry door and you have the rear hatch. It's got a backup camera, so you can always see what's going on behind you, and all of your beautiful marker lights. You can see the detail that we put into this body when we built it. Really is a special body to us because, again, creating this on a 5-axis router was really phenomenal to watch and perfect. I don't know how you could build anything much better. What we're going to do now, Sam, is walk inside the vehicle in a moment, and we want to talk to you about the interior. What we're going to show today is a 271 Platinum 4 with the front recliner. Now, another thing I want to point out is we are members of RVIA, Recreational Vehicle Industry Association. I've always been a big advocate of RVIA. If it doesn't have a seal on it, don't buy it, because you're self-governed at that point. We have inspections continuously on our products. RVIA comes in 3 to 4 times a year and inspects all of the things that we need to be doing with electrical, plumbing. They don't much care about the construction side of it. Safety, anything that's related to a potential problem, RVIA, the codes change all the time. So it's very important that we stay on top of it. In addition to that, we're also members of QVM with Ford Motor Company, quality vehicle manufacturer, meaning we're in very good graces with Ford Motor Company. If you go to their website, you will see our name listed. We're also master upfitters with Mercedes-Benz. And I say that on a lot of these videos because to me, these 3 things are very, very important. That we're RVIA, we're QVM, we're a master upfitter. We can't get any higher into the graces of these manufacturers or our governing body. So let's head inside the vehicle. Notice a nice lighted grab bar here that says Platinum on it. And there's another one right inside the door on this particular model. But we're going to go inside and show you this vehicle. Now, Sam, here we are in our beautiful recliners. It's a very good seller for us. He's got these solid surface tabletops. It's all motorized. You push a button, it goes up and down. Very, very comfortable. In fact, I thought I was going to fall asleep here while I was waiting for you to come in. But it really is. The recliners are a really nice feature in what we offer in our slide rooms. Now, we have 3 options with our slide rooms. We can do these recliners, we can do a power sofa, or we can do a dinette. And they're all interchangeable. So let's say you buy a unit that's a few years old, we can modify those for you to put in what you want, providing it has a slide out. If we don't have a slide out in a coach, we cannot put these recliners. They don't have enough room. But these things are great, man. Nice storage. They've got cup holders in them. They're very, very comfortable. We have people buy these things and just absolutely fall in love. We've built them with just recliners in them, which is kind of surprising. But I'm going to get up and walk around and show you and kind of wake up again because I thought I was going to go to sleep. But walk around here and show you what we do. Now just forward of the recliner, Sam, is our 2 front captain seats and the chassis cab area on the Ford E450. A lot of steering wheel controls, so you can control radio, things like that on your steering wheel. We put in the Garmin system, which is a 10-inch screen, which is really, really nice. It's a pad you can pull off and reconnect it. Just by grabbing it and pulling it off, you've got yourself a little tablet. So it really, a lot of our customers like this. Passenger can be playing on the, on their tablet while driver's driving, setting courses or whatever they want to do. So it really is a nice feature. Very easy to put on, very easy to put off. Pair your phone with it, listen to Bluetooth, your music, however you want to do it. It does just about everything, including showing our backup camera. Now, if you look, when I talked about outside, how much more room we have in the front. We have our beautiful TV. This coach does have a sound bar. We have some extra storage up under here. DVD player on this coach, which is nice. It's all pre-wired for satellite, so if you ever buy a coach house, most of the things that you might want to add later, which are very few, are pre-wired for you, so it makes your life a little bit easier. Over here is something, again, we're really proud of. We've gotten into an analog system here where just by the push of a button, we can turn lights on, we can turn them off, we can dim them, we have courtesy lights, we have accent lights, we have the water pump, everything controlled in this beautiful marine 15mm stainless steel on-off switch panel. Now below that is our Dometic controller for the air conditioner. This coach has a 15,000 BTU air conditioner on it with a heat pump. So the heat pump works down to about 40 degrees, and if this won't heat you up, if it gets too cold, that's where it'll kick in your 30,000 BTU LPG furnace, which is all ducted. Our air conditioning system is ducted, and a lot of people do really, really like the fact that we duct. You can adjust the airflow. If it's too cold in the back, you make it cooler in the front. If it's blowing in, you can turn it on and off. Really, really nice. So we're going to walk on back here, Sam, and I want to point out some things while we're doing it. Beautiful Corian countertops. Look at how nice those are. This galley is huge. Look at the size of this stainless steel sink. You could fit your little puppy in there and wash him if you want to. I mean, really a nice, deep stainless steel sink. Now, this coach was ordered with the true induction cooktop. We have an option right now for 3 different cooktops. We can go LPG, we can go electric, or we can go with the true induction. And very, very nice feature. But included in all that is a lot of storage in our galleys. We have a lot of storage, all push button latches like we show in years past. Look at the size of that drawer. That thing's huge. My goodness gracious. That's fantastic. Storage under the galley, under the sink. So, it's a lot of storage in this vehicle, which is really, really a nice touch to our new Platinum 4. Look at this. 3 more drawers pull out here. Look at this. I mean, great. They're all soft closing drawers hinges too. Look at that, how that thing closed. You see that? Did you see that, Sam? Check this out. Soft closing drawer slides. So nothing's banging around when you're trying to operate. We use all Blum, mostly Blum when it comes to hinges, drawer slides, and that's a name brand. So if you have a problem with one, they're very easy to replace. More storage up above the recliners, which is a real nice feature. Again, all touch latches. This particular coach, I failed to mention, is done in our Cypress color. So this is a Cypress. They've got real nice door stays that are adjustable. They'll last forever. You can get a little Allen wrench and make them tight or loose so that they'll close, however you want to do it. We usually keep them a little tighter so they stay open while you're putting your stuff inside. All finished off cabinets. The cabinets are finished off completely all the way around. We don't build an L cabinet and stick it up against the side wall, so when you open your door you see the same wall paneling inside your cabinet as you would see below the cabinet. We finish off all of our cabinets, which is, I think, a really nice feature. More lights up here, courtesy lights. These are switched right at the fixture itself, which is nice, so when you're sitting down you won't have to get up to turn your lights on and off. Now we'll just keep moving ourselves back here. Fantastic roof vents we use in a couple models. We're also using the max air vents in some of our models. All have covers on the exterior. So if it rains, you don't have to worry necessarily about the rain getting to you. Okay, we've turned around now. We're going to head towards the back of the coach, which is nice. Again, showing our nice galley. Look at this, Sam. Look at this pantry. Look at the size of that. That pantry's huge for a coach of this size. Again, we're only 27 feet. But what's nice about our pantries, our stuff doesn't fall out. It's not a wire shelf or a wire mesh or anything like that. Really, really nice. Again, locks. Got a little bit more storage up above here. It's just a storage container. We have a convection oven microwave, which is nice. It will convection, it will cook, it will microwave, however you want to use it. It's adaptable to just about any occasion. Now, Sam, look over on this side, because this is something I wanted to point out too. We're using two different types of refrigerators now. We're using the Norcold AC LPG, which is an absorption refrigerator, or we're using these beautiful compressor refrigerators that we actually got out of the marine industry. They're called NovaCool, and they really are nice because you flip a switch, they run off a compressor like your home. Look at all the storage. And this is reversed from what a traditional LPG absorption refrigerator would be like. You have the freezer on the bottom, you have the refrigerator on the top. But what's nice about these, within just a couple minutes, they're already getting cold. Or an absorption refrigerator is probably good for more off-grid use because you turn them on, it runs on propane, burns, you know, just to fuel off propane. These are great for traveling because they're cold, I'm going to say almost instantly. I mean, they start getting cold within the first couple minutes. All right, let's head on back here. And I want this coach here being a 271. We'll get back into the bathroom because we've relocated the bathrooms in our traditional 271s, made them more bigger, private. But this is a twin bed configuration. So the beds are 75 inches long. They're nice and long, nice and comfortable. They're all real mattresses that we put on, which is really a nice feature. Now the mattresses that we use in here are what's called a hybrid mattress. It's a combination between a regular mattress and like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. Not Tempur-Pedic brand, but the same philosophy. All custom made. We get them out of the other coast, and they do a wonderful, wonderful job for us. Now, this is a 271, 27 feet, one slide, front recliner, rear twin beds. We can take these twin beds and convert them temporarily to king. So you can take this and make one big massive bed at night and just put a couple cushions away and get rid of that during the day. So you have a lot of variety and a lot of flexibility with our 271 because the beds are long, beds are in the back, convert to a king. What else is nice is we've added for 2025 are these cell phone chargers. You just lay your phone right on top of it and it starts charging. So yeah, it's a nice nightstand, his and her. You got some plug-ins here for your USBs. You got some drawers under here for wallets, whatever you want to put, your reading material, whatever you want to do. We have storage underneath the bunks as much as we can. There's just a ton of storage in this little vehicle for its size. Both sides, Sam, look over here on the passenger side. Look at the storage we have here and here. I mean, there's a lot of storage in this coach, which is really, really a nice feature. Again, soft closing, they soft close, very nice. Storage up above here, storage up above here, storage here. My God, I'm gonna get lost, Sam. We got so much storage in this coach, I'm gonna get lost. Look at this, look at all the storage in here. I'm gonna close this one and open this one. Look at this, look at that, how beautiful that is. You'd be gone for 6 months, nobody'd even know the difference. A lot of storage, a lot of unique features in this vehicle. And look at this. I'm 8 feet, no, I'm not 8 feet tall, I'm kidding. I'm about 5'10", so we have 6'5" headroom. So the people that wanted that had requested it. So when we designed this body, we wanted to make sure we gave plenty of headroom inside. Tallest ceiling that we offer. So it really is for a little bit taller person, a little bit more elbow room space. This thing is beautiful, man. I mean, I don't know what else we could do to make these things better. Now, Sam and I have switched again. We like doing this little doo-wop back and forth. But what I wanted to point out is in the bedroom, this is an option, but we do have a TV that's on a swivel, so both people can watch it without any problem. We have a TV in the front that I pointed out before. But other things I wanted to point out, we have a max air vent, and the max air vents have a shield over them so that you can leave them open when it's raining. They're controlled by a remote control, which is nice. And it really is a nice feature. If it's raining out again, you don't have to run back. It's got a rain sensor built into it, but the way the cover's made, it won't allow water to get into the coach, which is nice. Now, more storage. Look at this. We got shirt cabinets here. We've got shirt cabinets on this side. We've got 2 shirt cabinets here that are really nice. We've got some unique hangers we can give you too when you buy it. It lifts your shirts up about 2 more inches, which is nice. A remote panel. This is a nice feature. The remote panel will handle just the main lights when you're getting ready to go to bed. So you don't have to get up and go to the big control panel that we showed in the beginning up front by the cab area. Now let's continue on towards the front, Sam. And I wanted to point out, in our older 271, 272s that y'all might be familiar with, we put our bathroom on the driver's side. So you had a toilet and a separate shower on the driver's side. What we did for our Platinum 4s is we split it. Check this out, Sam. This door comes around and opens up for privacy. And now you've got a beautiful toilet, beautiful vanity, mirrors. The bathrooms are so much bigger because now you're utilizing just an enormous amount of room inside this vehicle for your bathroom without taking up too much room. Now this has a real nice shower door. Again, a full fiberglass shower. Accommodates that 6'3", 6'4" guy or person. And it really is nice because it's full fiberglass. Again, our forte in Southwest Florida is fiberglass. So we do a really good job in all of our shower stalls, bodies, compartments. It's all hand laid. We don't own a chopper gun system, as I've said in the past. So the shower is beautiful. Air conditioning, again, it's got a direct discharge. You can direct discharge the air out, but again, everything is vented. These vents are all able to be controlled, so you can control where you want the airflow, which I think is a really nice feature. Heater, the heater ducts are on the floor. So along the floor, so that the heat will come out all of our register vents here, bedroom, bathroom, so you have plenty of heat to run throughout the coach. Now, I mentioned earlier the air conditioner is 15,000 BTU. It's got a heat pump built into it, which will run to about 40 degrees. And after that, your furnace takes over. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that again. Really a nice feature in this coach. Best HVAC system we can get as far as we know. There's nothing better. All right, Sam, we're going to keep moving up. And again, you can get a good perspective of how big this galley is. This is a gourmet kitchen. I mean, there's a lot you can do in this galley, especially in a vehicle of this size. People love these extended length galleys because a lot of times in RVs of this size, it's kind of hard to cook in. We have smaller galleys than some of our other units, but these galleys are really awesome. Now, just in front of the galley, you get your side entry door, and then we have what we call our tower of power. And this is something that we really like. This controls a lot of your features in the coach by the manufacturer's systems. What I mean by that, HWH automatic hydraulic leveling system is HWH controller. Slide room, HWH controller. Sea level to monitor your holding tanks is a sea level gauge. Go power, a go power gauge. The 2000 watt inverter that's standard, Xantrex gauge. So everything here has its own proprietary gauge. And what we like about that, back to the days of multiplex wiring and things of that, you know, this is nice because there's no more finger pointing. If something fails, we know where the failure is. If something fails, it's a switch. It's not the entire component. So, you know, we've done a lot of work in these vehicles, especially through COVID to the time we are now. We've made a huge commitment in this industry. Still, we're a 40-year-old company. And I will tell you this coach, any of our vehicles can be put up against anything in this industry, and we can beat them. It's a great product. We're family owned. We take trade-ins, we arrange financing, we can deliver them to you. We give you the best walkthrough you'll ever have. We have people that'll spend a night or two here. That's okay. We want you to understand exactly what it is you bought from us. And the fun really starts when you take delivery. Because I think if you look even on our reviews, we do a fantastic job in service and a fantastic job delivering these vehicles. And our number one goal is to keep you happy. And I mean that with our heart. It's a family business. I've been in this most of my life. So if you look at Coach House, research it, research the nuts and bolts. I am not a guy that paints a picture of you fishing on the stream with your grandkids. It's a hard thing for me to try to sell. But what I do sell is a nuts and bolts construction of a product. And there is nobody in this industry that builds them better than Coach House. Thank you.